Shit, gotta check my connection.
I said that fast and forgot.
Mm-hmm.
What you guys will be proud of me about, though, while he's doing that, is the thing that I said I was going to show him at the end of the podcast. I actually remembered.
Facts. He showed me a picture of him on a roller coaster. He was screaming like a little bitch.
I was.
He looked like he was crying.
No, I wasn't crying. Yo, do you
a nigga ain't gonna admit if he was crying.
Me? I made a shit on myself. Multiple episodes. What's the little fucking tears?
Oh, shit. That's fact.
Do you ever look back at the video, right? And maybe you see like something you're doing or a way you're gesturing. Do you think about it when you're back in the room recording?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. Sometimes. It all depends.
Like I really got to analyze my mansplaining back when those couple episodes where I said I was over-explaining every story.
Oh, yeah. That's facts. But nah, a lot of us do. I don't. I'm going to keep it a bean. I only remember how I got there and what happened. Other than that, I don't know the steps. I don't know. I just know the end result. That's all. That's all I can give your ass. That's all I can give your ass. I don't know nothing else. This shit acting stupid and starting to piss me off.
We were going to give you guys a treat and go live for a little bit before we started.
But I guess my phone was like, no, you're not, nigga.
Everything happens for a reason, right?
Yeah. I
guess
guess
not the right algorithm time.
I guess it's not the right time. I guess they want y'all to actually go to the YouTube and watch the video.
Yeah.
Instead of getting sneak peeks.
Yeah, you know what? You be giving away too much of the story on Instagram.
I be giving a lot of the story. You know why I give a lot of the story? Because I want the story to be out there.
Right. But you got to, like, leave a little bait that says...
There's so much shit that goes on in these podcasts that even if I give the whole story to a story, that's not the whole story.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to watch the whole thing to really see what it was. Like I give y'all the main joke part. I don't give y'all like the real shit of the whole process of how we got to there.
That point. Yeah, that's true. Guess I was thinking of it inwardly. I was thinking of like the punchline.
Oh yeah, yeah. That punchline, because that punchline gains y'all attention, and then when y'all attention is gained, y'all like, how about I go to the page and just check to see if where y'all should be? Because we got a lot of fucking to us, it's a lot, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Because we started from 0, but we got like 219 followers on Instagram. And we still only got 65 on YouTube. Go follow.
Make it math.
Yeah.
It's funny. I told my coworker, we got a new your position, the third time now. And I said, I'm famous. She's like, you're famous? I'm like, yeah. It's like, I got 63 subscribers.
65.
It is 65 today. When I said it that day.
Yeah.
And I said, and 92 on my other channel. All I'm missing is a blue check.
Facts. Facts. We need to be certified.
Somebody with a blue check liked one of my posts last night.
Verified. That's what it's called. I said certified. Same difference to me.
Yeah.
I am certified. Look me up. It's like, nah. It's like, nah.
How you want to get this shit started?
Facts. Let's get it motherfucking poppin'.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I am what I am, and I'm going to be the very best of what I am. And for those who don't like me confidentially, I don't give a damn. I'd like to thank you for letting me be myself.
Hey, welcome back to Warm the Crib. You're in the crib with Rahmonn
and Darien. And this is episode 36.
Yeah, that didn't feel right. I didn't like that. I'm not going to do that one. Welcome back, guys. Episode 36. I'm Rahmonn.
I'm Darien.
And that is the right way that you bring in the show.
Big fact.
Oh, what's going on, sir?
Nothing. I need a double cheeseburger and hold the lettuce. It's like, nah, I'm joking.
What'd you cook tonight? Because y'all don't know, think about Darien. Darien comes in here after having spent time with his family. And then he cooks a 12-course. Every Saturday when I say, what'd you make for dinner? I'm going to let y'all hear it. What'd you make for dinner tonight?
It wasn't a lot this time. Actually, this is one of the times where it was less shit than normal. But I made teriyaki wings. I made garlic mashed potatoes, cabbage, and crescents.
We record. This is a Saturday night. My house Saturday and sometimes Friday night was fend for yourself once we got to a certain age. And you making like a Sunday dinner on Saturday night.
Yeah, man. It is what it is. I'm gonna make the shrimp when I get home now. That's for me. Don't nobody else eat shrimp, but that's for me. That's why I was like, I can wait to make that.
Do you have an established piece of chicken? Like you and your son sit out at the table. There's a plate of chicken that's been prepared.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like a piece that he knows not to touch till you get yours? Or you don't care?
Nah. I don't think it would matter. This nigga, he eats like a grown ass man. Like you feeding two of me in the house, and that shit wears on my pockets.
But that's what I'm saying. So like, if he eats similarly, like I want to say,
you basically saying I got set ground rules. Like the big piece of chicken is
like
mine.
For me, in my house would be the thighs. I love thighs is my favorite part.
Yeah, that's my wife's part. The thighs.
Like y'all can have wings and drumsticks, and even and I know most people will covet the breast, but like if it's fried chicken,
he cool eating breast.
Get me the fucking thigh.
Oh yeah, the thigh is where it's at. Dark meat, the dark meat good. That white meat be dry as shit.
If it's cooked wrong, sometimes like even when you go to the chicken shack,
that shit ever rubbery. You ever had some rubbery ass?
And that's that fake ass chicken they pump full of steroids. When the Popeyes chicken sandwich came out,
chewing bubble gum trying to eat that shit.
I tried one and the shit was good. Right? And so then
you said which?
When the Popeyes, this is years ago, when the Popeyes chicken sandwich first came out, and they made a big deal about it. I went and tried one because I was curious. It was good. And then I had another one, and then I had a third one, and I hit one of them pieces of rubbery chicken that you're talking about. And I've never eaten a chicken sandwich from there again. And it's been what, 2 years since that shit came out? Maybe 3.
In case y'all didn't know, I still haven't yet to eat the Popeyes chicken sandwich. You know why? Because y'all motherfuckers went fucking crazy over a sandwich. Like, niggas is dying over a sandwich, cuz. And it's not like it's two homeless people fighting over a sandwich. It's a regular motherfucker.
That was crazy. I still
like, you a regular ass nigga, and you like, nah, I want this sandwich. You finna die for it. Like, the fuck?
What do you think was the worst excuse of the human existence? Fighting over the chicken sandwich or the hoarding of toilet paper when COVID first hit?
Oh, that toilet paper crisis was horrible. What the fuck did y'all think was gonna happen? Y'all was just gonna be shitting uncontrollably? They must have thought it
was like a GI fucking disease.
Like it's a fucking laxative disease? Like y'all just gonna shit consistently?
And it didn't really affect us because Susan buys toilet paper in bulk.
Even blowing your nose, you're not gonna do it that fucking much. Niggas is buying 16 packs of fucking toilet tissue and buying like 8 of them. Why? Y'all bought all that toilet paper. Now y'all still sitting on toilet paper that y'all ain't used yet. Like, fuck out of here.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, yeah, you said which one? Yeah, the toilet paper. I feel like that was a little worse. Because that one was... What was the other one we said?
The chicken sandwich.
Nah. Because I don't think anybody died for toilet paper. So that's right. A big difference. So I gotta go with the chicken.
What's crazy
sandwich.
Is when they ran out of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you ran out of this sandwich, but you still have chicken.
That doesn't make no fucking sense.
Well, they probably
a specific type of chicken,
and whoever the distributor is, they probably pre-prepared it because they came in that little foil thing.
Oh yeah.
So they probably like pre-prepare them and ship them like that, so they didn't have that form factor. I remember one time Pizza Hut told me they ran out of pizzas. Because I didn't understand at the time. I was baffled. But they come frozen.
Yeah, Pizza Hut?
Like that, yeah. Or Domino's it was Domino's.
The only Pizza Hut that I last knew of that was close to me fucking is gone now. And
I think a lot of them are gone. I meant Domino's though. I'm like, how you run out of pizza? So how you run out of chicken sandwiches when you got chicken? Then Popeyes sound good right now.
I don't understand how you can run out of what you specialize in. Like, it makes no sense. Demand? But still, even in high demand, you would try to make sure you have more in stock going in ahead. Well, I guess, but it's different because it's food. So you can't hold down onto that shit too long.
Yeah. You can't. That's a very...
Or niggas really going to be shitting after that chicken sandwich.
I worked with a manager. One of my earlier jobs was I worked in the seafood department. And they had to order all the time, and you're talking raw fish. So
Ain't you allergic to? No, shellfish.
Shellfish. And I wasn't before then. So it happened around the time I was there. But yeah, and he was notorious for ordering bad. So for your seafood lovers out there, when they usually like, let's say salmon, they'll have filet salmon and you have salmon steaks. And the swordfish, you don't really see filet swordfish, but you have the swordfish steaks. So then what he would do when they started getting the wrong color, because this particular company, I guess the fishermen, at least then, they go out for 4 days, right? And they have what they caught on the first day, second, and so forth. So some companies will pay to have only what they caught on the last day.
Right.
And so that's why typically those companies, their seafood is higher because they pay a premium to have whatever is caught on. Because think about how fresh it is. It's already set on a boat for 3 days.
Yeah. I know you watched it before. You ever watch fucking Deadliest Catch?
I've seen a couple
niggas crabbing and shit.
Yeah.
That's why fucking crabs cost so goddamn much. Them niggas is fucking themselves up trying to get them fucking crabs.
Crazy.
That shit was crazy. I don't know why that came to my head.
Because you would think about how they're catching it.
Yeah.
So after it started getting a little brownish, he would then make kebabs with it. So we'd have us take it out the case and cut it up into cubes and make kebabs. So to this day...
He said, I know what to do with this at every stage of it spoiling, motherfucker.
And then if it got past the kebabs, they might cook them, pre-cook them, and serve them. But so to this day, whenever I see anything on a kebab, I'm like,
Yeah. Hell no.
Kebab. I make my own. I can cut a cube.
Facts. I can cut up some fucking meat, some veggies, and put them on a stick. I can do that myself.
Yeah, I wouldn't advise pre-made kebabs. But damn, you cook like that every Saturday.
Nigga, I made breakfast this morning too.
Damn.
Let's
start recording at your crib.
I made salmon, French toast
for breakfast,
eggs, and the hashed potatoes or whatever. Yep.
You like salmon cakes?
I don't think I ever had a salmon cake.
Really?
I probably did.
You know how
but I haven't had one
the
in
point
forever.
of a crab cake, right?
Yeah. Same difference though. Yeah.
I didn't know crab cakes existed because we didn't have crab cakes when I was growing up, but we've had salmon cakes. And I learned how to make them again. The problem is Susan don't really mess with them too much, and I always make way too many. So now I know somebody else I can give them to.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Me and my wife fuck
tartar
up some
sauce
salmon.
and hot sauce.
I think my wife is the same way as you though. Like she eat fish and all of that, but she don't eat no shellfish. Like she can't fuck with shellfish.
Okay.
But yeah, that's salmon cakes sound good. Crab cakes, it depends on where you get them shits from.
That's true.
Not everybody's crab cakes is good. Like, cause some of them shits just be thick and disgusting. Like that shit.
You ever had? So you prefer the salmon thin too?
It depends. It has to be the perfect, like, cause not thin, but it's still with a little bit of thickness to it.
Like I learned, if you could get regular salmon and then cook it and then mix it into the mix before you make the patties.
Right.
Or the quick way, you buy canned salmon. Now I learned there's a difference of how much you spend for the canned salmon. Because the last batch I made, I was like, I just got anything off the shelf. I had to pick bones out the shit.
Oh shit! See, yeah, that's another thing. I make sure all my shit is boneless because I cannot.
No, like this had the spine in the can.
In the can, nigga, what the fuck? Somebody lost their job. He did not. That nigga did not do his job properly. If you getting canned fish, motherfucker, why the fuck is the bone still in here? This is supposed to be. You know what a canned food is? Canned food is dump it food.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is heat up the pan,
tuna.
dump that shit in there, you good. Like
this tells you about growing up, right? Yeah, so both cans had the spine in it. I don't know what the fuck that was about because that had never happened
You ever
before.
eat sardines? Random, I'm sorry.
I've seen them. I don't know if I could ever eat them.
They smell like, never mind.
I knew what you was going to say. They do too. You ever grew up and based on how you grew up, is just shit you didn't know and then you become older and you find out, holy shit, like what color is tuna flesh?
It's not pink.
It's pink.
I mean, it is pink. My fault.
Yeah.
My dumb ass.
I did not know that shit.
Yeah.
Because in my brain, tuna came in a can. What did a tuna look like alive? A can with a fucking face. Because that's the only way I have ever seen. I never heard of no tuna steaks.
My nigga said it's cans swimming in the ocean. It said that's how I looked at it as a tuna. Fucking cans swimming in the ocean. Cans with a fucking fish head.
That's what all I knew. And then you grow up and I start working in a seafood place. And they're like, and this is fresh tuna. Why is it pink, bro? That's the color of tuna. And then, you kind of expose yourself now. It's like, oh, this nigga only ever seen tuna in a can.
That's facts, though. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. I've seen tuna in the can all my life. I've never seen one up close. But I know I Googled it because somebody told me that before. And I found out, oh, yeah, that's real shit. Like,
yeah.
But
plus, if
before,
you eat
I've
sushi?
never. No, I'm not. I cannot.
Really?
I mean, if they got cooked sushi, I'll try that. But I am not trying.
Well, not like the sushi.
Raw shit.
I forget. Like, you ever had the rolls?
Like, you send me some raw shit, I promise you, I'm going to throw that bitch in the frying pan. I'm not playing. I am not even testing it.
Like, with my old boss, I had real sushi, like, which is basically a piece of salmon not cooked. And your stomach's not ready for that typically. That's why you eat some ginger or drink some ginger water. But the rolls, you never tried the rolls?
When you got to do extra shit, when you eat certain shit, you shouldn't eat that shit.
You know what's funny? Speaking of which, I packed today.
That nigga got to eat some ginger root before you eat some goddamn sushi. Like, fuck that.
There's no difference in seasoning your food.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is. But
you gotta eat this to make sure your stomach is okay to eat this. Seasoning is just giving you flavor so you'll like it.
It might not be okay if you don't flavor it.
If you don't flavor it, you still gonna eat it because you want to live.
Yeah. So, what the fuck? So you never had like any other kind of roll? All right, so we're gonna start you off the way we started Susan off. They make an avocado roll.
Nigga, if you bring a roll here, I'm gonna throw a roll smooth at that camera. Stop playing with me. I don't know.
We should go out to a nice place for sushi.
Mm.
Does your wife eat sushi?
No.
I feel like I slurred it. Did that come out? Sushi.
Slushi. Slushi. You ain't be slushi.
That's what I heard in my head. I was like, wait a minute. Like,
oh, that's funny.
Did your wife eat sushi?
I don't think so. I think she did before because she went somewhere.
All right, so how about this? Here's the deal. We'll do the first warm the crib double date.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You want me a tripod and set it up at the table?
No. Okay. Just it's not for the camera.
I was about to say.
So we go to hibachi because you can get cooked chicken or shrimp, but then we can, as an appetizer, we can order some sushi that you could try.
Nigga, if you order sushi as my appetizer, I'm throwing it at you.
No,
I'm not.
Come on, you said on here that you were open minded.
I am. All right, you know what? I'm gonna try some sushi. But if anything goes wrong, it's your fault.
I will take responsibility.
It's your fault. Nigga, you gonna bring me the ginger root and all that shit, nigga. You gonna
So that's what I was gonna say. So I was I packed. I know I'm like a month early for my trip, but I'm excited.
Nigga. If I get a trip like that, I'm packing early.
I'm packed. All I gotta do is transfer my what I'm taking in my wallet into the little travel wallet thing and put my passport in there, and I'm good.
You got one of them things to wrap around your neck.
I read that you should have that shit because the pickpockets in Mexico is nice. In the article I read today. Now, granted, the article also had.
Are they nice on the resort? That'd be fucked up. You think you safe on a resort? You get pickpocketed?
And machete.
nigga just walked down to the beach, got his feet in the water and shit. You living life. Like, oh, let's get some drinks. You go to that wallet.
It's empty as shit.
And you ain't got nothing in you.
And the shit wallet, I bought for vacation is bright orange. So if you snatch the shit, I can see.
Oh, yeah, I can see. Did you write your name on it?
No, not yet. That's a good idea, though.
You got to do all the steps.
Yep.
Fuck that.
Like your mom used to put that little tape into your jacket at school.
Random, I'm sorry. Because you just said that. And your tidy whities, was your name in them?
Which I don't understand because what school you go to that you got to take your underwear off?
I didn't have to, but I seen TV shows and it would show like they get a wetcher or some shit and their fucking name be in the fucking drawers.
Right.
I'm
it
like,
makes no fucking sense. Nowhere in school
are they gonna check your drawers like, oh, Oh, you're Darien. I just like
There was never an opportunity when I went to school that I had to check underwear before I put them on because my underwear didn't come off at school.
Yeah.
I don't get. That's another one of those things that don't make sense until you get older and then you start questioning shit. What's something else you question? So you won't eat. We're gonna check the sushi thing off.
I was told not to ask this question, but I'm gonna ask it.
Okay.
It's a dumbass question that popped up in my mind. All right. So they say there's calories in everything you eat, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So is there calories in vagina?
That's a great question.
I don't know why the fuck that came to my mind, but that's
Alexa,
a real.
How many calories is an average vagina?
Here's what I found on Healthline. While results vary slightly across reputable studies, the consensus is that the average human vaginal canal is 3 to 6 inches long.
I asked how long it was. I know how long a vagina was, motherfucker.
I think she's gonna even give us the answer.
She just got confused as shit.
She's like 3 to 6 inches.
That's random. Cause I mean, I don't know why I thought about that, but that's like real shit. Like, oh, you eat vagina. Is there calories in it? I know it's vitamins and minerals. That's what Eddie Griffin said. It gotta be.
Yeah.
The whole baby's growing in 9 months.
That's true. Were you hesitant the first time you did it?
What?
Like the first time you performed?
Yeah, I was.
Like
I was an amateur. Look, if you are just out there poking it with your tongue, that's not how you do it. That's not how you do it. Like you, nigga, in there. No, that's not how you do it. That she gonna smack the shit out you. But nah, yeah, I was a little skeptical at first. Cause I feel like I was skeptical because when I was growing up, that's everybody was like, "You're not supposed to." Like,
oh yeah, you would hear that when we was
like
young.
that would be a joke, motherfucker. Oh, you eat a giant, like, and he was like, "No, I don't. No, I like." But
that's
like,
crazy now.
And then you grow up, you realize like, niggas eat ass now, like. Like, what's a vagina to an ass? Like, nothing.
But
like,
even certain cultures, I used to work with this dude who's Jamaican, and he would say, in Jamaica, you don't eat pussy.
Yeah, I heard that too.
And he told me, he's like...
I used to chill with a bunch of Jamaicans.
And he goes,
they say that shit.
He's like, but I don't live in Jamaica.
Facts. Munch that carpet, motherfucker.
Oh, shit.
Should stay on your hip. What you talking about? You do it right, she ain't going nowhere.
I used to think... if you sang into the shower head, all the vents in the house were speakers. So even as a kid, I was thinking recording. Mm-hmm. But I used to believe that or at least imagine, I don't know if I believed it, that if you sang into the shower head, it would then project through all the speakers. The question was, what's something that you believed as a kid? You were looking at me weird, like, the fuck are you talking about?
That sound like you was on acid as a kid.
It logically makes sense. It kind of the shower head kind of resembles a microphone.
It does, but water comes out of it. Electric and water don't mix. That ain't my first thought. But acoustics in the shower are amazing. You don't know how many times.
Technically, they're not really.
You know what I mean? Well, yeah, technically. First of all, I don't have your mind, okay? I'm not a music expert, motherfucker.
But I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
I
but
sound great in the shower.
Nigga, I'm like Chris Brown in the shower. Like, nigga, I can sing. Like, nigga, I'm that nigga in the shower. Soon as I cut that shower up, try to hit notes. It's not working. It's not working.
You said I'm Chris Brown in the shower. I was thinking, man, that title would probably draw a lot of fucking.
Oh yeah.
Views.
Oh yeah. Hold on.
Mad as hell though.
Yeah, we ain't gonna do that.
Fucking not what I thought. Fuck is this?
Ain't no fucking Chris Brown on here. Some crackhead used to call me that. She used to call me Chris Brown because I was a little light skinned nigga. That's it. That's why. It's random. She used to always call me Chris Brown. I was like, bitch, I'm not Chris Brown.
You find out if that dude finally made it with your $5 yet?
Yeah, he started Fortune 500. He's like he got a new 401k. He got a job and everything now.
Guys, when we tell you to listen and watch and listen to that shit, it's not just like we said it the first time because we meant really you got to go back and listen. Because I was there and when I be editing this shit, Like when I really thought I couldn't find my phone.
that shit was hilarious. Funny. That shit, and I don't know why, because I was looking at Zach and I just caught you start searching for your shit. I'm like, nigga, I don't got it. like
he's like, we're recording.
Like, nigga, it's record. Like that shit was funny.
And no matter how many times I've seen that scene,
yo, I laugh every time I see that shit.
Like it's the first time.
But that was literally a genuine moment. Like, nigga, no, I don't got. like, I know I'm talking about selling phones, but I don't got it.
But in my high,
you literally thought you was like had it on
defense, I'm like, where's my phone at?
Facts.
Oh shit!
That shit was hilarious.
It ain't like you and I documented telling me and Zach, depending on what time of the life is, we get robbed. So they had to check for his phone.
He said, nigga, I remember that statement you said a while ago, so I had to make sure I was still good. To make sure it's not my shit lost in customs. Okay.
What's some lyrics that you heard as a kid that you used to sing, maybe even, but you didn't understand like the gravity of what they were really saying?
I can't even think of anything right now. For real.
Anything sexual.
It's a lot of, huh?
I can't think of a song, but I used to love when I was young. I used to listen to this. Not young, like high school. I want to say it was like Eddie Murphy or Richard Pryor. Like we had some Eddie Murphy and Richard Pryor albums in the house, like at their comedies. And it was Eddie Murphy because I think it's Delirious when he tells a joke and he's like, you know, you be trying to fuck a girl and your dick be sliding down and she's like, that's not it. And the audience goes crazy. And I remember being a kid like, what? Well, I don't get it. And then one day it hit me. I'm like, oh shit. That's what I mean.
I think only song I could probably think of is Peaches and Cream.
You didn't get the metaphor.
Nope. Not till I was older. I was like, oh, that's what you talking about. Yeah, I literally thought he was talking about regular ass peaches and some whipped cream but no. He said something about freaky in my red limousine. That's cheeks. That's what that sound like to me, motherfucker. You need some cheek. What's the emoji for ass now?
The peach.
Exactly. You put peach, and what do you think about when you say hair cream? Exactly. I'm not even gonna say it.
I sounds like, it's a rhetorical question.
Like, that's what you mean.
Here's another dumb one. This has nothing to do with being a child. When Lil Wayne said, real G's moving silent like lasagna.
Oh, I was just thinking about that line the other day.
Now, here's what's crazy. My dumb ass is like, imagining the sound of eating lasagna. I'm like, it's not really silent. And I remember thinking about it for days until I said,
like, I can still hear myself chewing.
Like,
I don't. It's not.
And then if it's cheesy enough, you're going to hear when the fork goes in it.
And then you see lasagna spelt.
And then I was like, oh.
That's facts. That shit went smooth over my head.
I got a better education than the private school education. Why didn't I understand this right away? The Catholic school. Sometimes you're too book smart. You don't have. You ever notice that?
I was just about to say that. Book smart and street smart, and two entirely different things. It's best to have both.
Mm-hmm.
If you have only one or the other, it's not going to work. It'll work to a certain extent, but you're going to have to do a lot of fucking more
what
work.
You're able to accomplish is so limited. I give you an example. I can, even if it's not street smart, you can say common sense, right? When I worked at the hospital, it's not too common.
Common sense ain't too common.
Right. When I worked at the hospital, you would see these doctors who are super smart, but a lot of them didn't have common sense.
Mm-hmm.
And so I used to argue like your common sense versus your intelligence is like the trade-off, right? Like your common sense is similar to an animal with an instinct. If you throw something at an animal, it's going to react without thinking. It's instinctive, right?
Yeah.
But the more common sense you have, how much of that instinct do you lose?
Mm-hmm.
So I remember being book smart and we were sheltered and we didn't really get around things and we didn't know stuff. And then I almost felt like to grow, I had to drop some of the book smart and have more common sense and get more street smart.
It's about.
So I feel like you're right. It's about a balance.
I was about to say that. It's about balance. Like if there's anything that you learn in life, everything is about balance. Your time management, your ethic, your work ethic, your All of that shit is all about balance. If you don't have balance in your life, that shit's not gonna work. You can't focus 100% on one thing and then drop your other responsibilities. You gotta figure out how to incorporate all that shit in one.
Yeah.
You incorporate all that shit in one, you gonna kill some shit.
Facts.
You gonna murder some shit.
What's another childhood belief?
Childhood belief.
Everlasting love.
Everlasting love. Hold on, nigga. You got the wrong one, nigga. You got the.
You was talking about make believe shit, right? No. What I mean by that. What I mean by that. Because you guys had another lovely exchange on Facebook, and I loved it. No, what I mean by that is when you watch TV and you see these couples that got along perfectly and didn't argue and always agree. Right, that's what I mean. So I grew up believing that I was in bad relationships because they didn't look like what I saw on TV. And
he was trying to do that comparison shit.
I was attribute, like, I joke and say my kid's mom can be mean, which she is, but I fault myself for that, right? Because I don't ever remember her being mean before we were married.
Nah, that's real shit.
But what was I gonna say? Fuck, what was my point? I had a point. True love. Oh, right. But I've always said that I think we were young and we didn't really understand how to communicate with one another.
That's
versus at all. So I think when things didn't work perfectly, like they worked on TV, something's not right here. And I remember being young thinking that, not understanding that I love the way I know I give you a lot of grief and I tease you about it, but I love the way you celebrate because you have worked hard to earn, both of you, not just you.
Yeah,
both of you have worked hard to earn the level of love and commitment you have.
Yo, and that's the fact. Like, that's why a lot of relationships don't last, because they willing to give up when shit starts to get difficult. Like, we've been through a lot of shit, and shit got real difficult. Like, if we never overcome the shit that we've been through, we probably would have lasted like 2 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we going on 12 years. Like, we've been fucking, like, because we know what we have in each other and we know what we can get out of each other. We know each other has fuck ups at sometimes. We know, like, life is not fucking perfect. It's not going to be all fucking sugar cookies and cotton candy every day. Like, that's if that's what you think your relationship is going to be, you're going to have a rude awakening when that shit's horrible. Like, not saying that my shit was ever horrible, but we went through some shit. Like,
yeah.
And that's what a lot of the old school relationships are about. Like, you have to figure it out and work through it. Like, if you just throw that shit away, that's like, and we're both the same way. We don't like wasting our time. So, like, that's why we are so dedicated to working through it. We communicate, we talk all that shit. If it's something that one of us don't like that the other one does, we make sure we tell each other, even though each other might get in the pissy mood when we first hear about it.
Right.
Like, when you first hear about it, you're gonna be like, fuck you mean? Like,
yeah.
Like, but you gotta think about that shit. You gotta look in the other person's shoes. Like, cause that was a big part of my problem. Like, I never looked at how she felt in her shoes. Like, I always just looked at how I feel and what I want to do and all that shit. So, like, that's why I'm grateful for her being patient with me, because it took me a while to understand, like, oh, this is what you want out of the relationship. This is what you want it to be like. And me realizing, like, this is what it's supposed to be like. Like, if y'all don't talk about it and y'all don't understand, and then if you get butthurt about every little thing that the other person says, like, that shit is not gonna fucking work. It's both of y'all in that shit together.
So what do you attribute it to? Like, definitely the communication.
Yeah.
Like, were you always able to communicate that way? No.
Fuck.
But so what drove you to be like, I'm going to be this open book. I'm going to say what bothers me.
Me seeing that I was Gary Loser. That was the worst part of my life. Me seeing that, like, even though, like, the bullshit that I did in the past was, like, blowing over and all that shit, I could still see that I was losing her.
Okay.
Like I was losing that emotional connection. Like before, she always wanted to be around me. She wanted to chill in the room with me, like all that shit. And like when she was cool with being away from me and cool with all of that. I was realizing like I'm about to lose her.
Right.
Like I don't want that. Like everything that I worked for was for us to be better, but I did some dumb shit in the past that deterred from that.
Right.
And I'll have to live with myself every single day with that shit. And that's part of what makes me put so much into her, because I know what she puts into me and how she looks at me.
Right.
Like, yo, the nigga that she looks at me as is fucking amazing to me. Like I'm like, oh, you married to that nigga? Who that?
I want to meet him.
I want to be him. Like, but that's real shit. Like, and that's another thing. Ladies and fellas, make sure you boost your significant other's confidence. It's a big thing. Like, if you don't boost their confidence, somebody else will. And
facts.
You don't want that. Nobody wants that.
Damn, I keep having a question. And it's fun. I'm reading this book about like your mind and your attention. And so as I'm trying to remember the question, I'm remembering what the lady said in the book about it and shit. And then you only have so much working memory, and I keep losing it because I keep thinking about the damn book. When I was making, I had a question. Oh, it's interesting because 12 years. So you were 20. 18?
We was 18 when we got together.
Now, this is what I find challenging, right? I went through it, and I didn't fare well.
Got together at 18, got married at 21.
When you're that young, you don't even really know yourself yet, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you probably will still continue to evolve even going to 30, 40. You know, I feel like I'm evolving. But the core of who I am is mostly here. But I don't think at 20, the core is there yet.
No, you
haven't
still
even experienced life yet.
You're still building on yourself.
So I found it, and I attribute it to part of our troubles, such a challenge, right? Because you have this woman who's now becoming a woman, is out of her mother's home, and now she's got to figure out who she is, what she wants, be a woman, be a mother, and be a wife. And same, I had to figure out who I was, what I wanted to do.
Be a father,
be a husband. And
all those roles are extremely different. Being a husband, being a father, like all that shit's different. And like, and the way we are, like, I'm a husband, I'm a father, I'm her best friend, like, and that's what it's supposed to be. Like, you supposed to. There's been shit that we've talked about with each other that we've never talked about with anybody else in this world. Like, and that's how it's supposed to be, because that's who I can confide in, and I can, like, 100%, like yeah, love everybody and all that shit, but like I know 100% I can trust her. Like, and that's what everybody wants to feel.
Right.
Like, you want to feel like
safe.
Yeah, you want to feel safe. Like, if it's some shit that in my past that was fucked up in my head, like, I won't be able to tell you about it, and you basically be able to let me know how I should feel about it, like, not down me or not like shit on me.
Right.
And that's a big fucking purpose. That's a big shit, and that's part of what helped me.
What do you think was your strength though? So now you're trying to learn all those roles, similar to me, but similar start to me. Let me clarify. How do you think you were able to flex and evolve through all those roles though? Because what I know of you're knocking all of them out the park.
Time.
Okay.
I feel like time had a lot to do with it. Because at the beginning, I wasn't knocking shit out the park. Like, I'm gonna give you the bean. Like, I was playing a good facade, but I wasn't a good nigga. Like I know I wasn't a good nigga.
Okay.
Like, but over time, that shit, your nigga gonna fuck up. I'm gonna just say it. Your nigga gonna fuck up.
And I don't think it's that you weren't good, right? I'm attributing it to age again.
Yeah.
Because I think the core of who you are, if you strip away everything else, you're a good guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm a good nigga. I don't give a fuck with nobody. I'm a good ass nigga. Talking about the best nigga any of y'all know. It's like, nah, let me not go too far. But that's real shit though.
Nah, that's how you gotta feel. But like the patience to stick with it and get through it all. Do you think you could have done it by yourself, or do you think it's your partnership that did it for you?
It's the partnership. It's a partner. I definitely couldn't have did it by myself. If it was me by myself, I'd have gave up a long time ago. But it was her and her confidence in me and her understanding what I could be. And that's what a lot of what she saw in me. And when I reflected on myself and I didn't see that same thing, I was like, that's what the fuck I want to be. So that's why I aim to be this upstanding husband and father, and that's really what I want to be.
I would buy your book.
Buy my book. I don't know if I write
Putting it in
book.
the universe.
I don't know if I write a book. I should write a book.
No, but
have a good ass book, man.
Well, you think about your age and you think about your peers and people that I've known at that age. It's difficult, and I think when you're young and you're out of high school and you're together in a serious relationship, whether you're married legally or not, people aren't prepared for what it is and don't fare well. So I think, yes, do some people give up too easily? Absolutely. But to some people, I don't think you can prepare yourself with what it's like to all of a sudden suddenly coexist with somebody who has, even if you're similar, you were raised in different households, and it's going to be different when you mesh all that together.
Views and all that shit. Yeah, now that's facts. Ain't no way in hell you gonna just automatically mesh. That's the problem. You gotta figure out what each one of y'all are willing to give and take.
Do you believe in the theory of compromise? I read this thing that says compromise still there's a loser. What you should do is collaborate.
No, because I mean, in reality, it's the same difference. Because if you collaborate, you're not going to do it in your vision.
No, I'll give you an example.
You're going to do it you're going to do it in y'all visions combined. If you collaborate,
If you want to go to the arcade, your wife wants to go to a poetry reading, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they have one of each every Thursday night, let's say. You don't really give a shit about poetry. I'm not saying you do or don't. But you love video games. But you're sacrificing one day every other week. Let's say that's what you agreed to. That's the compromise. The compromise, right? So at some point you're sacrificing what you love to do. But I think a collaboration would be, again, poor example, you find some place that they have video games, and instead of playing music, they have people giving live poetry performances. That's collaboration because you got to both do the thing you love.
Yeah, but how often are you gonna find that collaboration?
I know, but that's what I'm saying. But I think if the point that I read in the book was that you should work to collaborate with a person, not compromise.
But either or, at some point, you're not gonna want to do whatever the other thing is. But that's not the point. The point is you understanding your significant other's interests and wanting to have that's almost a conversation barrier. That's something that you can talk about with them that they have interest in when y'all do conversate at times. Like that'll be something that they like, oh, he sees that I like this, so he's showing an interest in me and taking me to this.
Okay.
Rather as,
how do we get here?
I don't know. We end up a lot of places where we don't know how the fuck we got. Like, I don't know how we get anywhere, honestly. I'm going to keep it a bean.
But anyway, the short version is what you guys have accomplished, all the blood, sweat, and tears is fucking admirable. Like, it should be applauded. Like, seriously.
Nah, real shit. And we feel the same way.
But we bottle that shit and make it like a spritzer spray.
Everybody be buying that shit. Because everybody wants that. Everybody wants love. Like, and they want genuine love. And that's what it's about. Like, don't sacrifice feeling love. If you don't feel love, don't. If we never felt love, trap phone going off. If we never felt love, you heard it?
Right about the time too.
Yeah, you're right. But yeah, if it's just about feeling love. If you make your significant other feel loved and feel like you have an interest in them and all that shit, like you go for fucking far as shit.
I think
this might sound a little bad, but don't sacrifice that shit. Like if you don't really give a fuck about that shit, let it be known and y'all part ways, but don't waste each other's time. Like if y'all both want the same significant outcome at the end, then y'all stick to it, talk to each other, figure it out. But if at the end y'all don't want the same outcome of what y'all lives are supposed to be together, what's the point?
Facts. I was gonna ask you what your final thought was, but it sounded like that was it.
Yeah, man. Love. Everybody deserves to experience love, man. I love my love. I love my love for my wife and her love for me. She made me feel like I'm much more of a better nigga than I know I am, motherfucker. she made me feel like I'm that nigga. Like,
you know what though, too? Here's my final thought. Maybe it's a self-esteem thing or a confidence thing. Like, you're a very confident dude, right? But I heard you say what you said just now.
She built me that. She gave me that confidence.
You had it. She just reminded you had it. But listen to let me tell you what.
I used to say I was an ugly nigga. I used to say I was a funny looking nigga.
Yeah, we weren't talking about attractiveness. So I heard you say that, and then when you were talking about your daughter a couple episodes, and you said, why when she does the dumb shit, I see more of me.
Mm-hmm.
Not to get all deep at the end of the episode, but you might want to look inward at that.
I'm a dumbass nigga. That's what you say?
No. That everybody has self-esteem about certain things, right? The one thing I'm embarrassed about is my feet, unless I get a pedicure. But even still, I'm not comfortable with my feet being out. Yep. So everybody has insecurity, and I'm sure I have tons of other insecurities I'm not ready to air out right now. But it was just a common thread that I heard, and maybe it's the weed. But my brain put the two together, and I was like, maybe that's something, and maybe that's why she does it for you. But what made me tie it together was earlier in this week I posted something that says, "How can anybody believe in you if you don't believe in yourself?" I'm not saying you don't believe in yourself, but
no, that's true. That's true. Like if you don't believe in yourself, what's the point of anybody else believing in you?
I know your wife don't lie, so if she's telling you you're that dude, you're that fucking dude.
Yeah. She
Because if you
lie,
weren't that dude, you would be told you weren't that dude as well.
Me, like, nigga, you know you ain't shit. Like shit tell me that real quick. Like you know you're not a good nigga, right? Yeah. Like stop trying to portray like you are.
And she ain't gonna tell you too many times for she's not around.
Then I come on the next episode like, yeah, I ain't shit. I don't do shit right. like I come on telling the truth. But nah, that's facts though. It's my baby. I love her to death. I love you, Queen. I always will.
Yeah, listen, and we went on several tangents.
Puma, I ended up getting another pair.
Oh shit.
These shits are comfortable. You ever felt a Tempur-Pedic mattress?
Yeah.
I'm walking on them shits in these bumfuckers.
That's the mattress we have is a Tempur-Pedic.
Yeah, motherfucker. I'm walking on a Tempur-Pedic. That shit feels so good. Yeah.
Maybe those might be a good vacation pair.
Facts. Puma, I need a sponsorship. We need a sponsorship. What you talking about? They the best fucking shoes. They comfortable. And they not fucking dumb expensive.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Listen and watch and listen. There's several really good points. I've, to this minute, forgotten how we got to where we got.
But we were supposed to get there for that specific reason. Everything happens for a reason, my nigga. Is that what the name is?
Working memory, possibly.
One of them, fuck it.
Yeah. No, working memory that I'm reading about in that book is some interesting shit. But anyway, watch it, listen, and double back, listen, and watch it. I guarantee you'll get something else. Interact with us because we haven't forgotten. We are still on the search for qualifying, enterprising young ladies for our man Zach.
Yes, don't ever forget that we are going to hook Zach up with someone nice. He has a job, same shit as he got,
and we want to interview you.
We want to interview you. We want to talk to you. Make sure you qualify. We ain't gonna be on no fuck shit. Ask you no dumb shit. Like
I might ask some.
He might ask some dumb shit, but like I'm looking out.
Keep me in line.
I'm looking out for my nigga's best interest. All right. If I had what this nigga had at the age that he at, nigga, y'all be falling over me. Fuck you talking about?
As they should.
Facts.
Where
that's a good
interact
dude.
with us and submit their applications for
at Warm the Crib across all social media. Don't forget the YouTube and like and subscribe. Subscribe. Make sure because y'all not enough of y'all are doing that. We up to 219 followers. I said this last episode, so I'm hoping.
Yo, subscribe for he starts sending you letters like the Watcher.
I'm about to start sending fucking.
You'll
a
understand
message.
that next week.
I'm about to start sending a message to every single motherfucking follower, like subscribe to the YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube. Y'all niggas gonna be mad when
or it'd be like a debate about something happening in the world. Somebody's like, "Hey, this is depressing. Do you want to find something funny? Subscribe over here." Like, what?
Word, just start dropping that shit on random motherfucking posts.
Like, read
all
the
of y'all,
room, nigga.
Somebody
talk about a loss of life and promoting that you do graphics.
They can talk about a funeral he just came from. You talk about subscribe. Nobody want to hear that shit, nigga. Fuck your shit. That's facts though. But make sure you subscribe to the YouTube. Like I said, make sure you go follow us on all of our social media at Warm the Crib across Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Make sure you go to TikTok and like us at Warm the Crib Podcast. Told y'all the shit that I found out last week, so make sure y'all remember that. We love y'all. We appreciate it. Make the world a better fucking place. Make sure you love your significant other and try to work that shit out. Be a real motherfucker.
Till next time. Peace. My bad.
You cool. I was taking a sip.
We'll copy one of the ones from the other episode.
Fuck it.